Hello. This class we're going to talk about pronouns. And pronouns are pronouns. Pronouns are words that are instead of names. There are different types of pronouns, and the ones we are going to talk about are the basic ones. And to start off, we're going to look at, for example, how a personal pronoun looks like. A personal pronoun is when you are talking about three different things. You have the singular ones, which means that there is one of them, or you have the plural ones, which means that there are many. And these can be divided into first, second, third person. And it can also be divided into singular first person, singular second person, singular third person. You can also divide the plural into first, second, and third person. So you have plural first, plural second, plural third person. So what would this be then? Well, first person singular would be I. I am. Because instead of saying your name, like Eva or Anna or whatever, then you are changing the name, as I said that pronouns were, they were changing names, into describing you. And singular, first person is I. Singular, second person is you, because that's the one that is closest to you. You can remember it that first one is always the one closest to you. So if you are here, then that would be you. And the one closest to you is you, right? Here is you. The one that are a bit further away, the third person of singular, that would be he, she, and it. So the one a bit further away, that would be he, she, or it. It referring to animals, for example. So they are all in this group because there's only just one of them. They're all singular. If you're looking at the plural of first person, then it would be we. So all of a sudden there's more than one person, so there's we are looking. And of course the one that is closest, then the second person plural here, that would be we are looking at you. Now, what are the difference here between this you and this you? Well, it is how it's spelled. You in second person plural is always spelled with a capital Y. That's how you know the difference. But not when you say it. Then you have to find out in the circumstance it's put in. Plural third person, plural, so more than one, third person, bit further away, would be they. So I am myself, here, one person. You are over here, one person. He, she, it are over there, one person. And then the same row follows with plural, but the difference is that is more than just one. Now, all these personal pronouns that we looked at, singular and second, first, second, and third, plural, first, second, and third, if they are from a subjective point of view, they are all subjective, then it means that you, yourself here, you are the one that is looking out. Okay? You're the one looking out. It comes from you. It's subjective. For example, if you want to remember this, you would say that if you would watch a film and you watch the film with the camera angle pointed it from a person who is in the film, like how that person is describing the environment, then that would be a subjective camera. So you can remember that it's from your own perspective. That's why it's I, as I said to you before, you, he, she, it, because it's all subjective form. And we, you, and they. But then you have personal pronoun, singular, first, second, third, plural, first, second, third, but from an objective point of view. Let's look at that. So personal pronoun, singular, first, second, third, plural, first, second, third, just like the subjective form, but this time is objective form. If it's from an objective form, it means that someone else is seeing it from their perspective, how they are looking at you. So if you're in a cinema, as I said before, and you're watching the screen and you're watching the actors in the film, then you are objective viewer. If you would have been in the film and the camera would have been set on your head and you can see how you will look at things, then that would have been the subjective way. But if you are outside looking in, then you're objective form. So then, of course, then it will be, first position would be people from the outside are looking at me. People from the outside are looking at you. People from the outside are looking at her, him, it. People from the outside are looking at us. People from the outside are looking from you, and people outside are looking at them. That's objective form. To continue, there are other ways of pronouns as well. For example, we have the reflexive pronoun. The reflexive pronoun is a personal pronoun which also includes a reflexive or empathic pronoun. They are the same in the form but different in function. Like, for example, they are always looking back at the personal pronoun. They are reflecting. Reflexive means you look back, you reflect on something. Example of a reflexive pronoun would be I see myself. Myself is a reflexive pronoun because I am looking back at the personal pronoun here, myself. They are also empathic pronouns, which are also reflexive or different type of reflexive pronouns. And for example, you can say that I think myself as wrong, or as thinking wrong, maybe. Now, you might think that this sentence is incorrect, but it isn't. Actually, it's correct. Because here itself, you are thinking back on your personal pronoun. Now, but there is a bit of a problem sometimes. Because sometimes reflexive pronouns can look back on the personal pronoun, but even when the personal pronoun is not being put out. For example, people look at themselves. Themselves is a reflexive pronoun on people. But then you would say, but people